Hi, I'm Richard Ferlazzo, Chief Designer at Holden, Australia. Here we are at the Victorian Hot Rod Show 2008, and what I'd like to do is take you through the Holden EFIJY concept car. Now the history behind this car is, really it was a celebration of the old FJ Holden, hence the name, EFIJY. It's just a stylistic representation of that famous 1953 iconic Holden. It was really meant to be a celebration of that car, plus a celebration and a showcase of our styling and engineering abilities at Holden. So we thought we'd combine the two in a playful gesture. We're celebrating our history. Let me just take you through some of the features of this vehicle. Loosely based on the FJ in style, but of course there's no parts from the original car on this one. It's built over a Chevrolet Corvette underbody, a C5 version. The body itself is fiberglass, molded from a full-size clay model that we produced in our studios. We took a plaster mold of that vehicle with 18 loose pieces to capture all the undercuts and all the form of this vehicle. Then we laid up a full fiberglass body, as are all the closures, the engine hood doors, etc., all fiberglass. Everything that's shiny in this car that you can see, like the grille, the lamp surrounds, the wheels, all the bright work is all billet aluminium, all machined out of solid billet. That's really the only way to capture the form we needed. There were no parts already available that we could just pop in there. The grille, although reminiscent of the original car, is much wider, much lower, but it has all the same cues. I'll just drag you up to the engine, to its powertrain. It runs a LS2 6-litre V8, same as the Corvette engine, and just for fun we've added a Harrop supercharger to give it a little bit more oomph. Good for over, I think 480 kilowatts. As we come around, you'll see that the car also has some very interesting tail lamp and headlamp configurations. More closely, you'll notice that the front park lamp is all white LED. It also has a dual color function, where it also functions as the indicator when required. And I'll just switch on the headlamps, which are also full LED. Very bright, high intensity discharge LED lamps. Now these will soon be available on modern mainstream vehicles, but at the moment they're purely conceptual. Now the people at Osram helped us out greatly with these components and built the prototypes for us. In fact, these are probably the only headlamps in the world that have their own fan cooled feature in it, generating so much heat from those high intensity lamps that the guys at Osram thought we might just cool these just to make sure. Coming around to the side, you'll notice that the front wheels are 20-inch billet, 22 at the rear. Now these once again are machined out of one piece, and there's another little playful gesture on the old FJ hubcap. You'll see the fluting machined into the center cap, which also conceals the lug nuts. So a little spring-loaded mechanism on the badge, then we can release the cap and access the nuts. Again, as I say, full billet aluminium. Also, you'll see a nice little reincarnation of the Holden logo on the side, just as it was on the original girl. And coming further around, you see that the mirrors are also billet aluminium, incorporated into the belt molding, just generally growing out of the form. As I open the door, which has a proximity sensor ordinarily, but I'll just do it manually at the moment, so you don't need keys, you just come close to the door and it'll pop open. You'll see the interior. Again, reminiscent of the original car, but in a modern interpretation. You'll see that the sill plates with the EFIJY logo is backlit with LEDs. The floor itself is timber and figured maple with aluminium inserts. The pedals themselves are also machined out of aluminium. And as you go a little bit higher, you'll see that the steering wheel also billet aluminium, trimmed in leather in the lower and body colour above, splitting the interior into the upper colour and the cream lower. Push button automatic operates the rear mounted automatic transmission, and you'll see that the drop down screen with the little diner girl offering you our menu operates all the functionality of the vehicle. So the entertainment system, the video, the audio, climate control, suspension and the satellite navigation, all operated by touchscreen. Also the instrument cluster itself is a LCD display, and I'll give you a simulation of what it would look like in its operating form. You'll see the tacho sliding around the outside and the speedo ticking over. This is as you would see it on the road. And if we just wait a second, you'll see it'll reach its milestone at the 1953 icon and come back to rest. The seats are a tombstone style with integrated seat belts, finished in a nice cream leather. It's only a two-seater despite its size, but the rear compartment is tailored nicely to mimic the front seats. Again, the bright moulding around the window is all machined out of one piece. As we come down lower, you'll see that the stone guard is a nice little reflection on the original car. Although being rubber on the original, this time around it's a satin silver finish. And the rear wheels are 22-inch by 10, once again billet aluminium. As we go around to the rear, we'll see that the dual colour tail lamps have a multi-function. With the indicator, rather than flashing as a conventional version, you'll notice that these strobe from top to bottom. If we can capture that, and then I'll just flick over to the tail lamp, where the amber now turns to red with a symbolic little blue dot in the centre. As we come up to the trunk lid, the old single stop lamp in this case has now become the centre high mount stop lamp. As you come around, I'll operate that for you as well. That nicely showcases the FJ logo. I'll just swing around here and open the trunk lid for you. And you'll see our friends at Rockford Fosgate installed their top line entertainment system with the amplifiers running here, a 2000 watt audio system. We also run a digital fuel tank gauge there, the manual operation on the suspension should we need for override, and the fuel filler cap nicely concealed under the trunk lid but outside the seal path. You also notice that the exhaust tips are full billet aluminium in a trunk form and give you a nice bark when she fires up. Overall, the car has achieved what it was meant to do, really, and that was just to showcase the Holden passion for design and engineering in a way that would reach more people. And we do lots of mainstream production car, concept cars on an annual basis, but this time we thought we'd reach a wider audience and touch at people who are generally not satisfied by the modern cars of the era. And this one, I think, reaches that little nerve. We've taken all around the world. We've been to the States for over a year, and to Dubai, and had offers from other locations. Very proud to say it's put Holden on the map, and once again, very, very proud of the outcome. Thank you for your attention today, and I hope you enjoy the vehicle.